Hi. Today we're going to have a Yin Yoga practice, and Yin Yoga is different from regular yoga in that we're not warming up and heating and stretching. We're staying cool and becoming comfortable and sitting still over an amount of time. And the postures are typically seated, and it's hips and legs, and focuses on your joints rather than your muscles. These are the differences. So we have the ligaments and bones and things that hold the skeleton together, and then we have the muscles. And this focuses on those parts of the body, the connective parts of the body, creating space between the joints. And we do that by becoming comfortable and remaining still for a period of time. And today we will hold each posture for 5 minutes. And that might sound like it's boring and easy, but it's not actually, because we can become meditative and relaxed and let go and allow the body to experience something new and different that we wouldn't otherwise unless we sat still for 5 minutes each posture. And it creates space in the joints and helps us with mobility, which is a very good thing, especially as we're aging. We want mobility, we want the fluids to be able to get inside the space in the joints. So we have a healthy ease of movement. So we don't heat up, we go right into our postures, and I'll be timing them. So I'm only asking you to become comfortable and see what happens. I'll let gravity do its work and remain still. Let your breath be, we're not going to do necessarily the Ujjayi breath by constricting the glottis at the back of the throat. We can just have a nice, easy, relaxed breath and let it be long and soothing and quiet. And then observe. So there's 3 ways to become meditative. One is to follow the sensations in the body. And another is to follow the breath with the mind. And the third is to observe your thoughts. So we have an opportunity in Yin practice to do all 3 of those things and stay in that meditative experience of the here and now. So the first posture, so what you need is a blanket, any blanket that you can fold so you don't have a lot of creases, your yoga mat, or something that is nicer on your knees. I use 2 mats. I always use 2 mats, and you can use those little gardening, spongy gardening mats also under the knees as an added comfort. We will use blocks, and if you have books, that's fine. And a bolster. So you can take a pillow from your couch, because the bolsters are really great in aiding with these postures. So, or you can go online and order from any one of the major yoga sources on Google or Amazon and get your props. Okay, so we're gonna, and you wanna be warm and comfortable. I've got my socks and a long sleeve shirt because this is not a heated practice. Okay, first posture we're gonna do is puppy dog. Come up to all 4s, and it's a down dog, but in tabletop position. So we let the elbows come down and let them come out in front and bring your forehead down. And I like to have the blanket under my forehead because it triggers that relaxation response. So go ahead and put your forehead down. I'm just going to get my little timer here. Now I can't find it. Oy vey. So I had it and now I can't find my little timer on this watch. Okay, so bring your forehead down and let the hips your belly fall down from the hips. Come to an easy breath. Find a comfortable spot where you can remain still. And then just breathe in stillness, and I'll tell you when 5 minutes is up. One more minute. Notice what you feel. Notice where your thoughts are. And follow your breath. And then gently bring yourselves up. And there's no need for stretching or counter poses in Yin Yoga. We just do our 5 minutes in a posture, and then we move on and do 5 minutes in another posture. So the second posture we're going to do, it's a lunge, and you can do it with a mat under your knee if you like, or not. And I do like to have that kind of comfort trigger myself. And you can use a block to bring yourselves up a little bit higher for even more comfort. So find that spot for yourself. We like the knee to be directly over the ankle, so we're not extended this way or this way. This line is straight down. So set that up for yourself, and then place your block or books or whatever it is you're using. And go ahead and drop your head down. Come to the place of comfort, then come to stillness, then come to your breath, and let go. Okay, 1 more minute. And slowly come on out. Bring that leg back. And we'll go right on to the opposite side. So set yourselves up to where you're comfortable. Come to a place of stillness. And then follow your breath, allowing your breath to be easy and soothing. Noticing what's happening with gravity, what's happening in your body, and what's happening with your thoughts. Only observing and being still. And one more minute. And one more deep breath in. And long, easy exhalation. And slowly come on up out of that posture, and we're going to sit down on the mat now and do butterfly pose. So we come into a bound angle, which is feet together towards the perineum, and then move your feet out to a comfortable spot. I like to have a blanket right underneath my tailbone so that my belly falls forward in a nice, easy Buddha belly, and then I have that natural sway to the low back, which is the natural sway of your spine. So you can use a block here if you like for your head, and if you want to take another blanket to have something soft, or one of any kind of little soft pillow that you have handy. It's always nice to have a trigger that stimulates that relaxation response. So go ahead and fall forward. Relax your hands, your head, your neck and shoulders, and come to a place of comfort. We don't want to be stressed. So we think of it like the Goldilocks story, where it was either too hot or too cold or just right. So in Yin, we want to begin in just right, and then just be there. Don't push anything, and stay still, comfortable over time, following your breath, following the sensations of the body, and noticing your thoughts. Only noticing your thoughts. This is that meditative place, the watching place. That's where we want to go. So go ahead and find your comfort zone and begin. Nice, easy, soothing, relaxing breath. One more minute. Notice the sensations in your body. Only bringing your awareness to the tiny details of sensation. Allow your breath to remain easy. Following your breath with your mind. And watching your thoughts. And then carefully bringing ourselves up to seated. We're going to bring the right leg straight and the left foot over the right. So we can take one of our blocks here to hold that leg up and place a second block right underneath your blanket to place your arms on as we hang forward over our left leg. So if you don't want the block there, that's fine. I find it comforting, so I like it there. And also, if your ankle is bothering you and it's sort of pushing in and making it as distractions, we don't want to have a distraction where our mind is going to be just stuck on that distraction. So that's why we want to be comfortable. So find a place where that is for you with your foot and your ankle and the block. And then we're going to fold forward. Allow the head to hang, always falling down to gravity. And begin. A place where you can remain still and just let gravity open up the joints. One more minute. One more deep breath in. Easy, long exhalation. Notice the pause at the end of the breath. And then slowly bring yourselves up and out. So you begin to feel how this stillness and gravity, just the marriage of those two things, creates this ease and opening and spaciousness that we need in our joints. So if you ever feel any pinching in the low back, prop yourself up higher, because it's not necessary to push yourself. We don't need to do anything. Really, that's the trick in Yin. We're doing nothing and just allowing stillness and gravity. That creates its own stress over time, just like braces in the mouth, right? Or a waitress who's working for 20 years standing on her feet ends up with a flatter foot, right? So that's just time and gravity. Nothing for us to do except be in this experience and notice the experience, remain present in it. So we can do the opposite side, bring the left leg out, or whichever leg, and your opposite leg up to wherever this part is comfortable for you. The ankle spot is in a place that you don't have to think about it. And then if you want the blanket and block like I do, some people just go right down to the floor. So stay in your body, stay in your experience. And we'll go ahead onto the opposite side and begin. let your breath be easy. Follow it with your mind. And notice your physical sensations. Allow your exhale to be longer than your inhale. And then notice that pause at the end of the exhale. And one more minute. Bring your awareness to that opening in the body. And one last deep inhalation. Nice long, easy exhalation. And then slowly bring yourselves up. So we're going to come to a wide angle forward fold. This is where we might want all of the props, the bolster and the blocks and the blankets, whatever you have. It depends on how much you've practiced and how far you go. But it doesn't matter how far you go. It matters that you only go to your place of comfort and then just stay there. So you might want 2 bolsters underneath you, or 2 bolsters and 2 blankets and 2 blocks. So whatever works for you. So it can look like something like this for you, depending on where your place is that you go. And other people could be down a little bit further. And we can use this as a restorative pose as well. So we're not trying to get anywhere. We're trying to be comfortable here and then allow whatever happens to happen. Okay? So find where you want to begin, and that's totally up to you. And then begin there. So for me, it's going to be today, right here. So come to your place and we'll begin a simple wide angle forward fold. Come to that breath. Relax your face muscles, your shoulders, your neck, your hands, your jaw and your tongue, your feet and your legs and hips. And just continue breathing, remaining still. Continue to be aware of the sensations in your legs and hips, your back and neck, the whole body. Bring your mind to your breath and follow your breath in your body. And then notice where your thoughts are. You can gaze up into your third eye chakra at the point between the brow. Just noticing anything you see there. And one more minute. Let's take one long breath in. And an easy exhalation. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly coming up. And we'll do some side bends. The side bends in this practice are interesting because we bring our head onto a comfortable spot and the opposite arm comes up and over and just rests on your head. So find a spot that's comfortable enough for you to sit for 5 full minutes, where we can remain still. So take a second to figure that out for yourselves. And then close your eyes and come to your breath. We're not straining, we're simply being and allowing gravity to do its work. Notice what you feel. See if you can stay still and only notice sensation. Letting everything be exactly as it is. So the yoga scholars say that we all experience pain. We don't all have to suffer. So the suffering comes from the resistance of exactly what is. So if we can just accept what is and remain still and follow that breath, noticing the thoughts without engaging the thoughts, stay in that actual experience of the here and now, the actual experience, and just watch that. There's a vast field of experience in between discomfort and actual suffering. Stay with your breath. Notice the sensations and watch your mind. 2 more minutes. And 1 more minute. Notice what you feel. And 1 more deep breath in. Long exhalation. And slowly bring yourself up through the center to the opposite side. See, you might want to, knowing what you know now, make your block a little bit higher, because we don't really want to create a distraction. We just want to be. So set it up for you, for your body, for your comfort level going in. Don't push yourself or think you have to attain a goal. There's no goal. This is just simply being. So go ahead and get yourself set up and bring the opposite arm up and over, just to rest it there, just for the weight of it to pull on the waist. And begin. Close your eyes and be still. One more minute. And take one nice, easy, long breath in through the nostrils. And a long exhalation. And slowly bring yourself up out of our side bend. And our next posture will be pigeon pose, all the way down on the ground. So you may want to have a blanket. I do like to have a blanket under my face for the yin postures because it's just comforting. So pigeon pose, we bring our leg across the mat, the length of the mat, and the opposite leg comes up behind us. And curl your toes under on the long leg. See if you can lift that leg up and just go down. And only go down into that Goldilocks comfortable place for you. You might want to have a blanket under your hip on the opposite side for support. So if that's the case, you can just support that hip like so. If that evens out and balances out your hips. And then come down into your Sphinx. And if you like, you can even have a block there. So you're not all the way down because we're going to be here for 5 minutes. So come to your breath. Come to your place. Settle your hips and begin. That's 1 minute. Notice where your thoughts are going. Follow your breath in your body. Notice the sensations in your hips and back and torso. And stay grounded in this moment and this experience right here on your mat. One more minute. And one more deep breath in. Easy exhale. And use your hands under your shoulders, lift your torso. And we'll just lean right on that hip, bring the opposite leg around. And we'll do the same thing on your opposite side. Again, place support underneath your hip if that helps you to balance out the weight of the hips on the mat. So you can place something right here. Come into a place that's comfortable for you. And then come on down and begin to breathe that easy, soft breath. Feel the weight falling down to gravity. And what that does in your body with your hips and your joints. Notice in your body where you're easy and where you're not easy, where you're tight. Only notice. Two more minutes. How long can you make your inhale and how long can you make your exhale? Bring your mind to your breath. And one more minute. Gazing into your third eye chakra. Notice what you see there. And one more long, easy breath in. And longer exhalation. Noticing that pause at the end of the breath. And then use your hands. Bring yourself up. And we'll come into a supported fish pose. That looks like this. So we need 2 blocks for this posture. One at the blades and one for the head. And if you're uncomfortable with the head block can be higher. And that's up to you. You need to see how you feel in your body. Your legs stay straight out, and we're getting a sway in the back. So we take the block and place it up between the blades. This takes a little time to get comfortable. And I like to use a blanket so it feels comfortable. So find that spot on the back where your hips are comfortable, and then your head can rest on your block. So if you want your block to be higher, you just place it down to a spot where you can find stillness. So that takes a second to get situated. There we go. And your chest is open, your hips are easy and happy. There's nothing going on with your hips. We just have this sway in the back. So if that's pinching and uncomfortable, move it up just a hair. So you really don't have to make huge movements to make a difference. And just make sure it's in the center of you. There we go. And you should be fairly comfortable. It's not supposed to be uncomfortable. It's just a small sway. And then go ahead and close your eyes and come to your breath. See if you can remain still. Take deep breaths in. And longer exhalation. Relax your face muscles. Relax your hips. This is called supported fish pose. That's 1 minute. Where can you let go? Bring awareness to what's happening in the body right now. Notice what you feel. Follow your breath and the movement of staying rooted in sensation and noticing your thoughts. With an easy, soothing breath. Notice sensations in your body without reaction. Only notice. And last breath in. Longer exhalation. Notice the pause. And then carefully use your hands to bring yourselves up and out of the pose. And our last posture today is called Queen Bee. So we will use the one block and our bolster and a blanket. So I'll take a minute to show you how this is set up. We take our bolster and place it on an angle. Depending on how your back flexibility is. Again, this is a restorative pose and we want to be comfortable. So you can place it up high or down lower or all the way down, or you can do it with no block. So that's up to you. Some people are a lot more bendy naturally, so they should do it according to their body. And then we take our blanket, pardon me, and place it right on your bolster so that you have a nice little cushion here for your fanny. And I like to come down just about 2 inches, so this is big enough. And then make sure there are no creases that are going to distract you from being at ease and comfortable, so it's nice and flat and soft. And then we take the top part and roll it so you have a little something for the back of your neck. The natural part of the top of the cervical part of your neck needs a tiny little bit of support. So you can do it that way with the blanket, or you can take a second blanket. So we'll take a minute to show you this. You can take a second blanket and roll it for that part of your neck. Or if you have any kind of a neck bolster, you can do that. We just want a nice little, like 1.5 roll there for this part of the neck. And then a strap. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. You don't need to have a strap. But Queen Bee is, looks like this. So there's a little soft back bend in it, and then we take that roll, oh, feels so good, right underneath the neck, and the feet are together, so the inner thigh is stretching. And if you don't like that, you can do it with your legs out, or you can take your blocks or books or pillows and place them underneath for support. If you have a strap, the strap holds the legs so that you don't think about holding your legs. So we bring the strap around the back, around the sacrum, the low back, and then around the knees. And loop it the way we loop a yoga strap. Under one and back around. And we keep the buckle right at the side of the body so that when we're laying down, if we have any discomfort, we can just pull on it like that. And that just holds the feet in place so you can let go, really let go. You don't have to think about anything. And then, oh, there's my roll. That's my little neck roll. So then we have our little neck roll, which needs to stay. Come on, here we go. There we go. There we are. And some people like to take a blanket and put it right over the whole body as well. And then we relax, lean back, let go, release your hips, your thighs, and let go of your breath now. Let it be natural. And let everything go. Soften the place between the brow. Release all the muscles of your face. Allow the lips to part slightly and the tongue to fall down in the cradle of your teeth. Feel your whole body, your torso and hips completely letting go and relaxing now. Only noticing your thoughts. Allowing your thoughts to be exactly as they are, without any need to reflexively engage a thought or push a thought away. Just simply notice them and let your thoughts float by as if on a cloud. keeping your eyes closed, gaze in and out to the third eye chakra, the place between the brow. Notice what you see there. Notice how you feel energetically. Physically, emotionally. And then take a nice breath in. Feel the belly rise and a nice long exhalation. Gently bring your knees up together. And lift yourselves up to seated. And I hope you enjoyed your Yin Restore Yoga practice today. Let's bring our hands together at our hearts in Anjali Mudra. And we'll share one sound of Om. Inhale. Namaste. Have a great day, and I hope everybody's doing okay during this quarantine time. And I'm thinking of everybody out there who's working and doing the hard jobs of taking care of the rest of us. So praises to them, blessings to them, and hopefully this will be over sooner rather than later. Namaste.